Looking live at a perfect fall morning at the White House on this Tuesday, Americans are trying to cope with an election that is now just 2 weeks out. We have a whole lot of anxiety, the stress that comes with it. It's a problem across the political spectrum, with many feeling hate and division are reaching unprecedented levels. And most people are just trying to find a way to cope in the final stretch of the election. But what comes next? Here to give his insights is Dr. Jeff Gardere, a board-certified clinical psychologist. Welcome back to the show, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Markie. Good morning.
You know, I feel like in this home stretch, a lot of Americans and voters are just white-knuckling, these last 2 weeks. What's your biggest piece of advice to kind of take the edge off when it comes to that stress and anxiety?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to do is set boundaries. Once we get that information that is important to us, we can process it. It's important that we not avoid the emotions, but work through them. Discuss them with people who have empathy. They don't necessarily have to agree with us. We have to find commonalities. We are one nation. So it's really important, though, to be able to say, okay, let me step away from what I feel may be toxicity or too much bad news coming in my direction.
And speaking of people, right, a lot of this time, too, is interacting with friends, with family, co-workers who don't agree with us politically, too. That can feel kind of uncomfortable. What are your best tips for navigating relationships that feel divisive right now?
Yeah, I think it's very important to not lose a friendship or a family member or break down the working relationship, have a breakdown of the working relationship we have with a coworker based on who they may want to choose or vote for a president. It's really important to have respectful dialogue with one another. Try to find where we can agree on things versus disagreeing on things, and what we can learn about someone else's perspective. Also, where are they coming from? Don't make a judgment on their character based on who it is that they may want to vote for.
Yeah, it all sounds very healthy, but I know for many people it is hard to love thy neighbor when they have political signs for the other team, right in their front yard. Is there anyone right now you'd say is a good candidate for, hey, you should probably just tune it all out right now, take a break for a couple of weeks, and then everybody can reconvene after November 5th?
Well, I will say there are two groups I would look at. First is the American public, because there has been a lot of toxicity and demonization of people. I'm a Haitian American. I know I was very struck by these false rumors about Haitians eating dogs and cats. So for me, I know that I had to back away a little bit and talk to my partner, my loved ones about that. But the second folks that we never talk about are folks like you, the press themselves, that have to deal with this kind of toxicity day in, day out. I work with them all the time as to the PTSD that they face by this very contentious election. So I would say to everyone in any of those groups, it's really important to take time, take care of yourself, get involved, don't be passive, donate, vote, get into the phone banks, do the things that empower you and that make you stronger.
Yeah, well, you bring up a good point. We are a sponge. We have to take it in every day, and it's hard sometimes day in and day out. Dr. Jeff Gardere, thank you so much for being here. I wanted you back on the show today as everybody is dealing with this really stressful time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.